you're here because you probably read the title and you're curious. Um, I got my information from EBS's live stream, and I'm going to talk about Pensacon. Now, personally, I think this is bullshit, and I will tell you why. Guess I shouldn't have said that because I want to keep this kind of family friendly. But anyway, obviously, if you go through the Twitter feeds, which is another EVS video that I will link down in the description. I'll link to both of them so you can see for yourself. But I think this is a bunch of garbage from SJWs trying to stir up some stuff, and it really, really smells like another Jesse Smollett or whatever his name is BS story. Um, like I said, I'll tell you why I think that. But they got a bomb threat. Now, they don't want to publicly say they got a bomb threat, but let's say that it's true. Don't go. These guys are accusing, oh, I forget his name, the gentleman named Vic in anime. People have accused them, which, again, nobody's brought any proof up. Like many other things, I think it's just a bunch of BS. He made the mistake of apologizing to the SJWs, where I would have looked at him and said, hey, read between the lines. Should have never apologized to SJWs. Never. Anyway, some people were on Twitter were talking about how they disliked what was going on at Pensacon. Well, the head of the PR department at Pensacon decided to get on Twitter and tell people that if they show any kind of protest, that they will be arrested and sent to jail. And I will link that. Now, they've deleted their Twitter, so you can't see those, but if it's been on the internet, usually you can find it. So I will link to the video where you can see what they were saying, which is bogus. I mean, this isn't Germany here, so the SJW Nazi police cannot arrest you for what you think yet, although they are trying. But basically, they came out against the people who disagree with what's going on because there is no proof. That is one thing nice about this country. You are innocent until proven guilty, not like the SJWs want guilty until proven innocent. But like I said, there's been a bomb threat there, so don't go. Show these clowns that speak with your wallet and don't go. You might get blown up. Now, if it's a man-made hoax, don't go either. Show them with your wallet. Because if they're going to try to fabricate something like this, obviously their scruples are, they have none. So why give them your money? Now, the reason that I think this is BS is, number one, if you watch the live stream, you will see, you only have to watch the beginning of it. It's because Uncle Lee goes through it very quickly. You will see that he doesn't want to give him the timestamp. And then he says something very curious. I have caught every girlfriend and my ex-wife who cheated through what they said by listening very carefully. The interesting thing that was stated in this Twitter rant going back and forth is that they have the IP address. The police have the IP address. Well, the police are not going to give you information on their investigation. I mean, we didn't know about Jesse until yesterday, after the police were done with their investigations. Then we found out it was two Nigerians who probably had Obama t-shirts on instead of the mega hats, but anyway, that's another rant. So when I heard that the guy goes, oh, they have the IP address, right there, that's a red flag. the police aren't going to give you what information they have until their investigation is over. I know a few policemen, and that's not the way they operate. They keep everything nice and close, investigate all, then present their information. So that's the first warning. The second warning was him not wanting to give EVS the timestamp. Warning number two: what would hurt telling you when this threat came in? Another thing that kind of sounded fishy was the language used in it. I would have laughed if I would have heard problematic in it, but anyway, some of the language that they use just doesn't seem right. It's like the favorite buzzwords for, the people who are anti-gun and stuff like that. Like they like to use assault weapon when AR stands for armor light rifle, but that's another story I'm not going to get into right now. So there are a bunch of warnings. In my opinion, I wouldn't even bother going there. They rescinded Geeks and Gamers press pass because they didn't like the fact that he stood with Vic. He thinks that that's BS, and I agree with him. There's been no proof. If there's no proof, you can't tell me that. I want to see some proof. Just like EVS had to ask several times when this guy was saying, "Oh, bomb threat, bomb threat." Well, show me the papers. Prove it to me. Because if you can't prove it to me, I'm not going to believe it. So that's just my 2 cents worth. Now, if it is a bomb threat and supposedly Homeland Security is involved, and here's another thing, supposedly they have the IP address. If this was true, CNN would be all over this like white on rice. Because look at the kids with the Make America Great hats when the Indian dude walked up to him and started harassing him. They like to turn that around and say, "Oh, these kids were disrespectful, blah, 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 blah." They made a big fuss about it. Actually, most of the news made a big fuss about it. And that proved to be BS. So the BS meter's just going off like crazy. Because believe me, these people are still butthurt that Hillary didn't win. They would be promoting this like crazy if this was actual. You'd hear it on CNN, MSNBC, all of them would have it on there. And I haven't heard a thing all morning. Now, mind you, it has only started last night, supposedly, but I haven't heard a thing. Now, if the police already had started to investigate it, these guys would have been on it. So do I think it's BS? Yeah, I think it's BS. Should you take the chance of going there and maybe being blown up? No. And if it's BS, should you give them money? No. So don't go to Pensacon. Show these people that you can vote with your wallet. And as to that, my friends, I know this is a weekend video. I don't do too many of them. But yeah, I figured I'd have to do this one. And please share this because I want people to know that there may have been a credible bomb threat for Pensacon and not to go. I think it would have been nice to go up there and meet Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. But hey, that's not going to happen because there was a bomb threat. Anyway, folks, have a great rest of the weekend. Spread this around, please. People do need to know about this, and we'll talk to you later.